1944, the skies over Europe have become a brutal, relentless battleground. For the German Luftwaffe, defending the heart of the Reich is a matter of life and death. Their pilots, forged in the crucible of war, believe they know every threat, every tactic, every limit of their enemy. From their airfields around Berlin, they watch the bombers come, day after day. But they also know the bombers' escorts, the American fighters, have a leash. A short one, their range is limited, the skies directly over Berlin. That is Luftwaffe territory, or so they thought. March 4, 1944, a seemingly ordinary day over the German capital. Luftwaffe pilots, relaxing between sorties, hear the familiar drone of engines. But something is different, the sound is higher, sharper. They look up, their eyes scanning the cold, clear sky, and then they see them. Not the heavy, lumbering shapes of B-17s they expected to see alone, but sleek, silver predators flying high above. P-51 Mustangs, here, over Berlin. Impossible. The nearest Allied fighter base is over 1,000 miles away. It defies all logic, all known limitations of aviation. A ripple of disbelief, then shock, spreads through the German ranks on the ground. A chilling realization dawns: the Americans are here. The war has just changed. This is the story of a gamble. A secret mission so audacious it was thought to be a suicide run. The mission was to escort the heavy bombers all the way to Berlin and back. For the pilots of the United States Army Air Forces, it was a leap into the unknown. Their aircraft, the P-51 Mustang, had been recently fitted with new drop tanks, massively extending its range, but the technology was unproven over such extreme distances. Briefings were tense. Maps were covered in red lines, stretching deep into enemy territory. They were told to expect the fight of their lives. Every single Luftwaffe fighter in Germany would be scrambled to meet them. As they crossed into German airspace, the radio chatter intensified. Bandits, 10 o'clock high, the sky, once empty, erupted into a maelstrom of chaos. Tracer rounds painted fiery lines across the blue canvas. The Mustangs, outnumbered, dove into the fray, their Merlin engines screaming. It was a swirling, three-dimensional dogfight. Pilots pushed their bodies and their machines to the absolute limit, enduring crushing G-forces. Cockpit cameras would have captured the intense focus, the sweat, the split-second decisions that meant the difference between living and dying. For the German pilots, the shock of seeing Mustangs over their capital turned to fury. This was an invasion of their most sacred airspace. The battle raged over the smoking skyline of Berlin. It was a testament to courage on both sides. The American pilots, fighting 1,000 miles from home, knew that if they went down, there was no rescue. The German pilots, defending their homes, fought with a desperate ferocity. Aircraft twisted and fell from the sky, trailing plumes of black smoke. This wasn't just a battle, it was a psychological blow. The myth of the Reich's invulnerability was shattered that day. The sight of American fighters dominating the air over Berlin sent a clear, terrifying message: nowhere was safe. This single mission redefined aerial warfare. It proved that long-range fighter escorts were not just possible, but decisively effective. The heavy bombers could now strike at the industrial heart of Germany with a deadly protective screen. For the Luftwaffe, it was the beginning of the end. They were forced to engage in a war of attrition they could not win. Their best pilots and aircraft bled dry in the defense of the homeland. The legend of the Berlin Boys, the Mustang pilots who dared to fly into the lion's den, was born. They were the knights of the modern age, their silver steeds conquering the sky and changing the course of history, one dogfight at a time. Thanks for watching. If you found this piece of history as fascinating as I do, consider subscribing for more stories from the age of aviation.